David Wow here from Another Eden Adventures. How's it going? What is so good about Uquaji? As you probably heard, Uquaji, however it is you pronounce him, you know, that boss you beat senseless several times over in the space-time rift, is now available for us to unlock as a playable unit, people. Uquaji's a beast, and apparently the producer of the game said he likes his butt. Don't forget to like and subscribe and yada yada yada. I really appreciate your support. To thank you, I'm doing a $50 competition giveaway when we reach 1,000 subs. We're almost there. Let's do it, baby. Before I get into Uquaji's skills, let's talk about his lore. We first meet Uquaji in the space-time rift as this cute little blue thing journeying with his friend. After you beat his level 5 arse easy, he gets all butthurt and comes back stronger. This continues until he turns into that freezer looking creature at level 170. Now, about 2 years later, we can challenge Uquaji's 8th form, and when he finishes the content called Journey's End and Beginning, Uquaji will be your ally. Yes! Uquaji is described as the ultimate underdog, and besides his butt, have you noticed his eyes? He's got the crazy eyes, man. And guess what? According to director Takeshima, it's intentional. Uquaji doesn't speak, but his eyes give the impression of not giving up, which is the exact same eyes I have when I have bowel problems. What I find interesting is Uquaji's character designs as he gets stronger and stronger. According to the Another Eden team, as Uquaji levels up, he isn't shedding his blue skin. Instead, his design is meant to represent him coming out of his shell to become stronger and stronger. Kind of reminds you of a Dragon Ball villain, doesn't it? And here's one of the first designs they had of Uquaji that was completely rejected by everyone. But the real question is Uquaji worth unlocking? Let's look at his skills and power level. First, how do the people of Japan rank him? I know, tier lists are subjective and blah blah blah, but not gonna lie, his ranking is a little disappointing. It's still high, don't get me wrong, with a ranking score of 93, but they've placed him below Premier Alta, Harley, Radius AS, Yukino AS, Aisha 7, Thelia AS, and the list goes on. Why isn't Uquaji as high up as we want him to be? I have a theory on why. I'll tell you soon, but first let's go over his skills, which I think can still make him a pretty powerful unit. Uquaji is a water/fist blunt unit, and based on his lore, Uquaji is all about playing the long game to become more and more powerful. There are two really unique things about Uquaji. First, he heals units while he's in the reserve team for a small amount of HP. That's right, there's something about that tushy of his that just heals your team while he waits patiently in the sidelines. Next is Uquaji's Ragnarok form, which he transforms into on the 20th turn, which can greatly multiply the effects of a number of his skills. The only problem with this is that it won't happen until the end of turn 20. That's ages. Is this a sign that we can expect some long, more drawn out battles with super bosses in the future? We shall see. But if I were to use Uquaji in battle, I'd start off with a skill, Lysidrol. Lysidrol is Uquaji's pain setting move, and it inflicts pain no matter what, which is perfect for those teams that depend on pain Grasta, so check out my Grasta vid for some great tips on this. This pain damage will then increase based on how many turns you are in the fight, and if you're in Ragnarok mode, you get a 2 times multiplier. But for you to make the most of this, you'll have to go beyond 20 turns in a fight, which, you know, may rarely occur. While we're at it, you may also chuck in Uquaji's Demonstration Daily Progress skill, which increases the power, intelligence, and speed of all party members, which subsequently increases by 5% per turn for a maximum of 10 turns. So after 10 turns, you get a maximum of 50% increase for all stats. My only problem with this is that it takes 10 turns to get to a 50% stat increase when someone like Orleia can do it in 1 turn. But before you give up on Uquaji, check out these 2 moves. First is his martial arts twin wave attack, which gives a water blunt attack on all enemies plus a 100% critical rate increase of all party members for 1 move. Then you get a plus 40% damage per turn passed with a maximum of 10 turns, and when in Ragnarok mode, Uquaji can deal plus 100% damage and provide critical damage of all party members plus 30%. And if you think that is epic, check out Giza Destroy, which is an XL water type blunt attack on a single enemy, which provides 30% damage per turn passed with a maximum of 10 turns. And when in Ragnarok form, Uquaji can give plus 200% damage. As we can see from these moves, Uquaji's sweet spots arise between turn 10 and 20 of the battle. During this time, you may have already filled your AF bar, so you'll be ready for a really powerful finisher. So how could you use Uquaji in battle? Your strategy should change depending on your enemy, but in general, I would personally make the most of the fact that Uquaji is an all-out brawling attack unit, so he's all about the fight. I'd equip him with Pain Grasta. Once again, check out my vid for the best Pain Grasta at this point in time, and put him in a team with two other heavy hitters like Formelopus and Ava, then a support unit like Yukino AS. But what if you only had 3 units? Another Eden veterans, I'd love to know your recommendations in the comments below. All in all, is Uquaji worth getting? The only trick with Uquaji is that to unlock his true power, you need to wait until turns 10 to 20 to really be impressive. And you have to kind of force the battle to become a certain way for the magic to happen. That being said, Uquaji's basic attacks without Ragnarok mode are still pretty powerful on their own, and most importantly, he's a free unit, so stop complaining! A huge shout out to WFS and Another Eden for giving us such strong, powerful characters for free, man. So yes, you should totally aim to get Uquaji, but if you find at this point in time your team isn't good enough to unlock him, refer to my Count of Monte Cristo strategy, which I've linked below. Bide your time, my friend, unlock more content and other free units and build up your team. Uquaji won't be going anywhere. The good thing about Another Eden is most of the new content lasts forever. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know, what do you think of Uquaji? What do you think of this new update? Love you all. See you soon.